I took a night shift at a small-town motel in Arizona because I needed fast money. The manager warned me about one thing: never enter room 217. He said it was always occupied, even when no one checked in. The first thing you should know about the Desert Palms Motel is this: room 217 was always booked, not online, not at the front desk, and never by anyone who left a name behind. I learned that on my first night shift. I'd taken the job out of desperation. After losing my warehouse job in Phoenix, I needed anything that paid cash and didn't ask questions. The Desert Palms sat on the edge of a dying Arizona town, just off an old highway no one used anymore. The sign buzzed and flickered even during the day, and the parking lot was mostly empty, except for the same dusty pickup truck that never moved. "Easy work," the manager Carl told me as he slid the key log across the counter. "Just don't go into room 217. I laughed, thinking it was a joke. He didn't laugh back. "Seriously," he said, "if the phone rings and it's about 217, just say it's occupied." That was my entire training. By midnight, the desert air had turned cold. The motel felt smaller at night, like the walls were leaning in. The buzzing neon outside synced with the ticking clock behind the counter. No guests, no traffic, just me and the silence. At 12:17 a.m., the phone rang. I picked it up. Front desk, there was breathing on the other end. Slow, wet, like someone had their mouth too close to the receiver. "I need a room," a man finally said. "Sure," I replied automatically. "What's your name?" There was a pause, then 217. My stomach tightened. "I'm sorry, sir, that room is occupied." The line went dead. I sat there for a long time, staring at the phone. Eventually, I convinced myself it was a prank, small town, bored locals, that kind of thing. At 1:17 a.m., the phone rang again. This time, no breathing, just a woman's voice, calm, almost relieved. "He's standing outside the door. Please tell him to leave." "Ma'am," I said, "what room are you in?" 217. My hands started shaking. "Room 217 is occupied." Her voice cracked. "I know." The call ended. I stood up, heart racing, and walked toward the hallway that led to the rooms. I told myself I'd just checked the security cameras. The monitor showed empty corridors. Every door was closed, no movement, except 217. The camera feed for that hallway flickered. When it stabilized, I saw the door to 217 slightly open, just enough to show darkness inside. I hadn't given out a key. I called Carl. It rang until voicemail. At 2:17 a.m., someone knocked on the front desk glass. 3 slow taps. I looked up. A man stood outside, his face half hidden in shadow. His clothes were outdated, like something from an old photograph. His eyes were wide and unblinking. 217, he said through the glass. "It's occupied," I replied, my voice barely steady. His lips curled into a smile that was too wide. "It always is." Then he turned and walked toward the hallway. Against every instinct I had, I followed. The hallway smelled wrong, like rust and old water. The buzzing lights dimmed as I approached 217. The door was now fully open. Inside, the room was wrong. The furniture was covered in dust, but the bed was made. On the nightstand sat a guest register, open to a single page. Names were written there, hundreds of them, dates going back decades. Every entry ended at 2:17 a.m. Behind me, the door slammed shut. The bathroom light flicked on by itself. I heard whispering, overlapping voices, pleading, crying, arguing. The mirror fogged up, and words appeared as if written by invisible fingers. "Don't check out." The man from outside stepped into the room, standing between me and the door. "They never do," he said softly. "Not really." I don't remember how I got out. I woke up behind the front desk at dawn, shaking and soaked in sweat. The hallway camera showed nothing unusual. Room 217 was locked, quiet. When Carl arrived, I quit on the spot. He nodded like he expected it. "You're lucky," he said. "Most people don't make it past their third shift." I asked him what happened in room 217. He sighed. Fire back in '89, guest trapped inside, phone lines melted. He kept calling the desk until the smoke took him. I left town that morning. But sometimes, at exactly 2:17 a.m., my phone rings. When I answer, I hear breathing, and a voice that asks, "Is room 217 finally empty?"